Hello there, and today I'm here with Rob Goddard, who runs the Evolution. It's a mergers and acquisitions company, but that's not why I'm here today. I meet lots of people in the business arena, and Rob is definitely one of the good guys with a fabulous story. So without further ado, Rob, thanks for joining me.
You're welcome.
I just want to tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, back in 2008, I was doing extremely well. I was general manager in a mergers and acquisitions company. I was earning £300,000 a year. Had all the trappings that went with being in the top 0.1% of earners. But I lost everything in 2008. Through my own actions, I did a series of bad choices and ended up losing my wife, my children, and my job and my income. And I then went through a period, what turned out to be 4 or 5 years of depression from 2008. And culminating during that period of time in 2010, I ended up in Dubai in a commission-only job, away from my family and friends and my support network. And I thought, that's it, I'm checking out.
Wow.
So I went to the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world, it's half a mile up in the sky. Went there, couldn't jump over a barrier because you can't. Floor to ceiling glass panoramic. But I did find a fire exit door. And I tried it and it was locked. Who on earth?
Yeah, would think to lock a fire exit door.
But they did on that day. And thank goodness they did, because I'm still here. After that episode, I went back to my hotel and I thought, what on earth do I do? I can't even kill myself. I'm thwarted by a fire exit door.
Yeah.
But I Skyped a good friend of mine, Alex, who's a business coach, and I flew him over for 4 days. He came over to Dubai. We sat poolside at my apartment, and he just said, what on earth do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? And it was from those beginnings in 2010 that I came up with the concept of Evolution Complete Business Sales, the company that I run now. Employing 15 staff and helping other business owners finish one chapter in their life and start a new one.
Well,
which is what happened to me.
Well, you almost finished one chapter with a novel, didn't you? It's great that you can laugh about all this now, Rob.
You can, at the time, it's despair, but I think you have to.
Well, you would have a sense of humour after that, and that's another thing that I liked about talking to you the first time, Rob, is your often self-deprecating humour, which really belies the fact that must have been an incredibly low time for you. How low did it get? I mean, obviously you were suicidal. How long did it last? When did it start? And who did you ask for help?
I didn't ask for help for years. Until I got Alex. I suffered 2 years with depression. All I had was tablets, and then I self-medicated with alcohol, and I stockpiled my prescription drugs, because that was my get out of jail free card almost, that I could kill myself if I wanted to, because I had the drugs to do it. Right. But I lived with that for 2 years, and it wasn't until I opened up where I tried to end my life. I couldn't. Yeah. And then spent time with Alex. So everyone needs an Alex in their life. But it didn't finish there. They gave me hope that I could start afresh, and I came back to the UK, started a business, spent 2 years on my own from a bedroom and a broadband connection. Started from scratch. Then got investment en route from external investors, and the company now is worth 1.5 million valued last year, and it's still growing. And I've opened up an office in Dubai in the last couple of months.
I've had to exercise the demons. No,
definitely exercise the demons. I could have picked all sorts of cities around the world, but it had to be Dubai. Otherwise, that would be a dark place in the recesses of my mind. And I've been there several times in the last few months to set up the business, and I feel a different man.
Yeah.
I feel I've conquered something, truly, and put that to rest. So yeah, killing a few ghosts.
Brilliant. So what do you think were the big barriers for asking for help? Because you say it was like 2 years when you felt suicidal to the point where you almost jumped.
Yes.
What do you think? What stopped you from reaching out to anybody?
I kept a death diary, and in there, that death diary was me recording my feelings. And the big thing was my 4 kids. I didn't want to leave my 4 kids. That was the only thing that kept me tethered. But that was for 2 years, and then eventually that tether broke when I went to Dubai. I felt that I could do it. But it was the impact on my children and how they would feel about me. And the sheer thing, I didn't speak to anyone for 2 years. I just carried it inside. People aren't stupid. They can tell when someone's going through depression. The vibe isn't right, and some of the words they use. I didn't open up. So if I'm with someone that's going through a hard time, try to get them to open up if they feel that they can trust me. Because I was there. And I know what it's like to have to deal with that. And someone just asking in the right way can really unlock something.
And what do you think were the biggest barrier to stopping you from opening up before then?
Oh, I'm a bloke. 75% of suicides are men. We don't interact that well, particularly compared to women. We don't share things. And we carry that on our shoulders. And that's the biggest barrier, is not opening up to someone or some close people that you trust, to make yourself vulnerable.
And it is really that owning up to it. Do you think that's the biggest barrier?
Because you can suffer in silence. And of course, modern life, we all pass each other. Coming to London today on the bridge coming over the Thames, we just pass each other. We're human beings, there's 7 billion of us, and we don't really interact. And definitely not communicating and not opening up. Because if you make yourself vulnerable, people warm to you. I've found that now in the last few years. I've been sharing about my journey. I was really concerned that people in business would criticise or sneer. That guy's weak. Actually, the reverse is true, because you have to actually have a lot of strength mentally to share something that's very important to you.
It's true, it does take a lot of strength to be vulnerable, especially in that context. And if somebody was watching this now that's had that, they've lost their kids, they've lost their house, they've lost their family, they've lost their confidence, motivation, whatever it is, because we have identified that feeling suicidal is quite rife, especially within the male community. What would you tell them to do? What advice would you give to that person?
It's a difficult one, because when I was depressed, the last thing I wanted to do was someone to be happy with me. But I did want to unburden. I really did. But then I didn't want to burden someone with it. So I think if you're the one going through depression, you need to take that step that your closest friends, who are true friends, will listen. They won't judge you. They'll be very caring and supportive. Acquaintances, I find with depression, people I thought were my friends just disappeared into the ether. But that doesn't matter.
So a great way of separating the wheat from the chaff in the world of your friends and colleagues. So that's
I think just take that step to make yourself vulnerable a little bit. People warm to you and come to you, but just communicate. If you don't communicate, you will suffer in silence, and invariably it's a spiral downwards.
For sure. Now, you've written a book about it. This is the gratuitous point of the interview. So, if you'd like to tell people about the book, Rob, that'd be great.
So it's called Suicide to Success. It's got a brown cover and it's on Amazon right now. All royalties go to mental health charities in the UK. It's a not-profit thing for me. The book covers, in about 120 pages, my journey that I've just dipped into in the last 10 minutes here, to hopefully give someone or a number of people, which would be wonderful, some hope to continue and find, get themselves out of the situation that they're in at the moment. So Suicide to Success, Robert Goddard, on Amazon. Thank you ever so much for the plug.
You're welcome, and I'll even put a gratuitous link below this video as well, so if you want to get hold of a copy of that, by all means, or leave your comments on this video if you've got any questions about this very, very serious topic. As you can see, Rob's got through the other end, and we're a bit more on the lighter side now, which may not be what you want to see, but this is really just to demonstrate what is possible when somebody goes in and helps you. And I think Rob is a shining beacon to everybody that's been through the tough times, and a real inspiration to everyone. So thanks, Rob. Really appreciate your time
My
today.
pleasure, real pleasure.
And look forward to seeing what we get from this little interview.
Lovely, okay.